Hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4 String Strum of the channel. It's all about ukuleles. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about head tension on your banjo ukulele and how you can set it up to make it have the sound that you really love. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to talk about head tension today on banjo ukuleles. And what I've got is two identical ukuleles, banjo ukuleles. These are the Duke 10s. This is the new version 3. And so we're going to look at the different head tension on them. Having two exact same ones, we're going to be able to do a, wait for it, head-to-head comparison. Stop my stitches, I know. But you'll be able to hear the difference between them. Let me show you how this works. So on the rim of the banjo here, you've got these hooks, and basically they just hook over the top, and as you tighten them down, you can see there's like a little nut on the end here. What that does is it pulls down and tensions the head. Okay, so the more tension that you put on the head, the more different the sound is going to be. Okay, if you go with a looser sort of a head, you're going to end up with a sound that's maybe a little bit less resonant. It's a little bit warmer, possibly less volume. Okay, if you go with a tighter tension on the head, you're going to end up with a brighter sound, something that is maybe a little bit louder. Okay, has a little bit more resonance, a little bit more sustain. Now, there are exceptions to this, okay? If you go way too loose or way too tight, you're just going to end up ruining the sound, because if you go too tight, basically there's no vibration in the top, or such a small amount of vibration that you lose the sound. Okay, if you go too loose, it's just going to be a dead sound as well. Okay, it gets really sloppy. So I've already pre-tensioned these, as I mentioned. Let me show you how I go about tensioning it and how you know how much tension to put on it. Okay, what you do is just check it first, and you're just going to listen for the sound. Okay, you can hear that sort of drum tension kind of a thing. Okay, and when you go to tension this, you'll get a certain amount of resistance as you go to tighten this up. All right, so if it feels like it's pretty tight already, you don't want to go over tightening this. Now, what's over tightening mean? I don't know. I don't have a specific foot pound or anything like that you tighten these to, but just torque it just a little bit, and you'll see what I mean. That you'll get a little bit of a tension feel for it. And as you're tensioning this, just tension it like about a quarter of a turn at a time. Don't go cranking it around 2 or 3 times. Just a quarter of a turn. So start with one, and then go to the opposite side, do the next one down here. It's kind of like when you're changing the tires on your car, sort of a thing. Okay, so you start with one up here, then you go to one down here, then you start with one over here, and then you go opposite there, and work your way around the rim. Okay, now you might find that if your banjo, you've been playing it for a while, or maybe it just came from the factory where one is a little bit looser than the others, you might have to turn that one individual one a little bit more than the others, just to get that same feel of tightness as you're tightening it up. Okay, but again, generally try to just a little bit at a time. Once you've gone all the way around it again, give it a little tap, and then play it a little bit. Okay, tune it up, make sure it's all in tune, then play it a little bit and listen for it. Is it starting to sound brighter? Is it starting to give a little bit more resonance, a little bit more volume, etc.? All right, now what I'm going to do, if you listen to this one, okay, that one I haven't tensioned, this one I have tensioned. Okay, I think you'll be able to hear that through the mic. One more time. Okay, this one is a sharper sort of a sound because it has been tensioned that extra little bit. And again, that was only like about a quarter of a turn. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll play them through for you, and you can hear each one and the difference in the sound. All right, here we go. All right, so let's start off with the less tensioned head and listen for how warm this one is, and then I'll play the tensioned head. So here we go. All right, so kind of a warmer, sort of a woodsier sound. Let's play this one. You'll hear the difference. All right, so you can hear how much brighter it is. A little bit more volume as well, a little bit more sustain. One more time, I'll play this one. Okay, one's not right, one's not wrong. It's just what you like. I prefer a little bit of a brighter, the brighter edge of this one than the super warm kind of woodsier sound. But this still has that enough of that warmth in it that it's not really brash and biting at your ear kind of thing. So the really cool thing about banjo ukuleles, as opposed to a regular ukulele, is you can adjust this to fit your own sound preferences, right? Where on a regular ukulele, really about the only thing you can do is change the strings to a different type of string. I mean, you can do that with the banjo ukulele as well. But this head tensioning thing, I think it's a thing that people are kind of scared of. They think, oh my God, it's not that big a deal. Just tighten it up. Just, again, don't go crazy. Just a little bit, quarter of a turn, and have a listen for it. And I think it'll really make a difference for you. All right, folks, that's it for today. Until we see you next time, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun. Maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.